And that'll do it. It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world. The fourth title in 8 years. The Dubs dynasty is still very much alive. Final seconds here of this 2018 NBA season. There's the buzzer. There's a new dynasty in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors champions once again, back-to-back titles, 3 in 4 years, and the latest with a sweep.
DeMarcus Cousins called Golden State, said he was coming. He called it his chess move. He called it his ace that he didn't expect to play, but he wanted to play or had to play.
Kevin Durant will opt out of that player option he has for the 2018-19 season. He's going to opt out of that and restructure his deal to re-sign with the Golden State Warriors.
It's a long regular season, so guys are eager to get to the playoffs, and we spend so much time together. Some days you might butt heads, but at the end of the day, we all got our eyes set on that three-peat, and nothing will deter us from that.
They're alienating Draymond Green in the process here. You know, I think you're right. I think we're going to look back. This was the start. This was the crack, the fracture that started to end this dynasty, whether we look back 1, 2, 3 years from now.
It might be really appropriate for NBA history. He got it! 14 threes in a game has never been done until tonight.
Yeah, I'm Kevin Durant. You know who I am.
Durant, count it, and the foul. And a free throw away from a 50-point night.
I don't believe it's a calf injury. I really don't. I believe it. Listen, I looked at it, and it had Achilles written all over it. Now, I am no doctor, so don't take my medical diagnosis. But I didn't see a calf. I saw an Achilles.
Curry launches a three-pointer, puts it in. Steph Curry from downtown. Curry on the drive, gets past layup. Bank shot is good. Curry with Tucker right with him. Curry launches a three, puts it in again. And that'll do it. The Warriors do it again. Another comeback as they defeat the Blazers here in overtime and advance to their 5th consecutive NBA Finals. Toronto had possession, so Golden State could not call timeout. Some of the players wanted him to foul to stop the play. And he is limping heavily. And an upset Klay Thompson goes to the bench. We'll be right back.
This is really bad if the Warriors lose, especially in 5 games. And it's not just about this iteration of the Warriors dynasty. It's about the entire dynasty. It's a bad look, period.
Down 3-1, they will take any help they can get. Steve Kerr said earlier today he's Kevin Durant, and if he's out there, it's a really important weapon. So while I still think this Warriors team's got some fight left in them.
Ibaka trying to stay with Durant, knocks it away, and Durant's limping. Durant goes down holding his leg. And Durant grabbing that right leg. It's the right calf that put him out. Thompson running the floor, and a foul. And Thompson grabs his left knee, now writhing in pain. Steph Curry slamming the ball on the court, so upset. There's a new NBA champion, and it's a team from Toronto, Canada. We the North are now we the champions. The Raptors, the 2019 NBA champs.
Yeah, it's a tough feeling to be on this side of losing in the finals, but I think a lot has been proven about who we are as a team, the fight that we have, and I wouldn't bet against us being back on the stage next year, and really proud of the way that we fought to the end.
With the 28th pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Jordan Poole from the University of Michigan.
We don't really know what Kevin Durant's going to do. You hear Brooklyn 1 minute, you hear the New York Knicks the next. You hear the fact that he could re-up for 5 years at the Supermax $221 million deal for the Golden State Warriors, thereby sitting out next season.
Kevin Durant is planning to sign with the Brooklyn Nets and team up with Kyrie Irving. Now, the Warriors were able to offer him a 5-year, $221 million deal.
I felt like it was a time for a change, and I wanted to play for a new team, and simply put, I just did it. I put that up on the shelf already, and when it was time to make a decision on my future, I just thought solely about me.
The Warriors have bid farewell to Andre Iguodala. Today, his trade to the Memphis Grizzlies is official. Iguodala won 3 NBA championships, a finals MVP in 6 seasons with Golden State.
The Warriors NBA star is retiring. Earlier today, Golden State's Sean Livingston announced that he is ending his 15-year career in the NBA.
Joe Lacob, the Warriors owner, was never going to let Klay Thompson walk out the door.
His favorite
It's his favorite player. It was the first guy they drafted under his ownership group, and Klay is beloved, guys, in that locker room. Beloved.
For a guy that's going into his 8th year, that has already won championships with the Golden State Warriors, averaged 7 points this year. He's a perfect example in the NBA of mastering your role.
Building the world's first modern sports arena that's financed privately. The Warriors are moving from their old home at Oracle Arena across the bay in Oakland to the new Chase Center in San Francisco, a 7-year process.
The last thing you want to do is rush back. I want to play at a high level to that point too. So as much as it kills me not to be on the court, patience is a virtue, and rushing back would be not very smart.
Feel like new challenges, new opportunities. We have an opportunity to create excitement, to create a new brand of basketball with the same DNA of that championship mentality and attention to detail.
They will find a way to be back into the postseason. They're not going to the finals. They're not winning a championship unless they improve their roster. But I will assure you, they're going to make the playoffs. I don't believe for 1 second that they're missing the playoffs.
Hand side.
Steph Curry with a lot of contact. He's holding that left wrist. We already saw Steph tweak his ankle.
This actually gives them a lot of clarity. And it's sad to say, the pressure to win this year is all the way gone. And while the Warriors aren't going to say this publicly right now in the moment, this is a perfect time to tank.
What'll be interesting for Wiggins, Rachel, is they're going to ask him to play less of a role, have less of a burden than he had in Minnesota. They felt in the end that this was their best chance to get the most value for Russell.
Wiggins is horrifying. This is the most shocking NBA trade. It's over for them now. We will never see Steph in another NBA Finals, ever. They have no path forward. Draymond's 30, Klay's 30, Steph's about to be 32.
The Warriors look absolutely positively atrocious. It's an embarrassment.
Your name is the Warriors, for crying out loud. It ain't the Golden State Punks. It's the Warriors. Go out there and be a Warrior.
I would trade it, first of all. That would be my first pick. I don't think any of these top 3 guys can help the Warriors in this championship window. But I think you have to look at the long term here. You have to take a long-term approach.
With the 2nd pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select James Weissman from the University of Memphis.
Worst possible news for the Warriors. Klay Thompson has suffered a full tear of his right Achilles. He will miss the entire season. He missed last season with an ACL tear.
He's only 24. They can re-sign him. He can be part of the future, and they can figure out whether he or Andrew Wiggins is the more valuable player as they go down the line. And there's been a lot of conversation in the last 2 days about whether this is the end of the Warriors.
Is the Warriors dynasty over?
Yes, it's over in the sense that they're not the dominant franchise anymore. Those days are over for the Warriors. I do think they have another left in them, but it's not going to be connected to what we just saw.
With Steph and Klay healthy? Oh, please. You're going to the conference finals. Easily. And I'm telling you that right now. They understand everybody's going to come at them. When Steph is balling, it's a different game.
Ayers there to make sure he doesn't finish. Curry is now 2nd all-time.
There he goes.
With 2,561 and trails only Ray Allen in NBA history. Get it back from a guard. And what a block. Oh, no. Did he hurt his knee? He landed awkwardly. So Wiseman will get up here. He's going to be breaking records the rest of his career. So Curry driving, Curry flipping it up and into the basket, and now into the record books. The most points ever in Warrior franchise history.
I gotta ask, are we taking this Stephen Curry season for granted? His stats are nearly identical to his unanimous MVP season. His coach Steve Kerr recently said, Stephen has never played better.
The front court. Draymond finds him another three. Got it! 62!
Looking forward to Draymond Green, of course, his boy. Where's he at? Handoff. That is a tough shot, too.
It was a special year, all things considered. Tried to make the most of it, come back, bottle this up, everybody make the right strides, take advantage of the summer, and don't want to see us next year.
With the 7th pick, the Golden State Warriors select Jonathan Kuminga. With the 14th pick, the Golden State Warriors select Moses Moody from the University of Arkansas.
It all starts with Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Everything. Every bit of success. All the championships, all the finals runs, all the highlights, all the sellout crowds, a new arena, everything. It all starts and ends with him. And this is what you do when you have a franchise player. You reward them.
It's a great opportunity for me and where I'm at in my career. Guys, anything I can do to help the team, that's what I'm here for. Bring veteranship. Like I said, just be part of a winning culture.
Great move for the organization. Obviously a little bit older, but his leadership, his understanding how to play. People underestimate his just the IQ that this team had when they were making their dynasty run.
I've always lived like this, but I'm all the way just in the moment, just enjoying what's happening right now. There's always, how do you take last year, bring it this year, try to meet that expectation, that level of play.
Continue to play and get better, and with this group that we got here, it's wild, Everybody comes out every night and gives everything they got. Just to be a 15th man and, just trying to carve a role, in the league and on this team.
I told you all off season that the Warriors were going to be back this season. We are going to see this again in June, y'all. I'm telling you, Steph and Clay are winning the chip.
Poole gets it off. And backs it in. Jordan Poole with his Steph Curry impression.
Don't anticipate anything before 12 months. And then it's kind of just a feel thing, It's a lot of conditioning you have to do, but there is an end point, and that's what excites me. The worst is far, far behind me.
Start Wiggins again. Here's Curry for the record. It's good! And there it is! Stephen Curry! The all-time three-point king in the NBA!
Clay's got Jaron Allen on a switch. He went to reach, and Clay down the lane!
I think he's healthy. Yo! Got some bounce.
The sad thing is the calf injury ended up being a lower disc injury, which is certainly scary. But, I texted with him today. He's doing more daily, but Draymond is optimistic that the back isn't a major issue and he'll be back in 2 weeks.
And Curl, no. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He did. He did.
It ended up falling beautifully into the number 7 pick. And Wiggins has turned into an all-star starter. But nobody, including the Warriors, thought he was going to be an all-star starter when they traded for him.
I have faith in our guys, but we've got to do a better job competing, and we got to do a better job moving the ball, doing all the things that we did those first 50 games. We can find it, but our guys got to work for it.
Tough break for James Wiseman. Played 39 games last year. We waited on him. We thought he'd be back in December. He had to set back with the cleanup in the knee, arthroscopic surgery, then swelling off and on the practice floor. Finally gets cleared to play the G League, and then this happens.
For Golden State, here's where Steph might have been shaken up. Yeah, Marcus Smart dove for the ball and landed on Steph's left ankle. Steph Curry's leg. So this is what Steve Kerr was bothered about. Oh, wow. Yep.
Are the Warriors' titles hopes over?
Hell yeah, they over. That with Steph Curry being injured and not coming back into the playoffs, that yes, I strongly believe that the Warrior title hopes are done for this season.
They got Curry. He checked it. Steph for the win. Yes, sir! His 8th career game winner! We got to get out of here.
And the Golden State Warriors starting to get that old championship look in their eyes as they dispatch of Jokic and the Nuggets and win it 102-98. The Golden State Warriors are headed back to the Western Conference Finals. The Warriors with a scintillating fourth quarter. Dark Grizzlies 110-96 the final.
Klay Thompson go through 2 catastrophic injuries. Steph Curry breaks his hand.
We went 15 games 2 years ago. But this group continued to come every day, put the work in. Our coaching staff has been amazing. And we're here. We back.
Be out the mix for the last 2 years and to be where we belong back in the finals. This is special. Our fan base, to do it in this new building. This isn't the ultimate goal, but we got to celebrate this because all we went through these last 3 years. So.
Reality of the situation is they didn't have much help, and Boston's defense had a lot to do with that. They were wearing Steph Curry down. He didn't just look hurt near the end. He looked absolutely positively exhausted.
Golden State Warriors are 1 win away from getting back on that championship throne. Boston's going to have another one of those vaunted comebacks we've seen so much from them throughout these playoffs.
6 NBA Finals in 8 years, 4 NBA championships, a remarkable run by any measure that only a handful of teams in the history of NBA have accomplished. You are the 2022 NBA champions. And for the first time ever, he's an NBA Finals MVP. The 2022 Bill Russell NBA Finals MVP award goes to Stephen Curry.